Hey there, this is Jen and Eric from Nurse Injector Marketing, and today we want to talk to the solo provider who feels overwhelmed in their business as a medical professional. We've seen a few clients that are facing this issue where they're really in the center of their business. They're providing the service, they're checking out their patients, they're ordering supplies, they're dealing with their accountants or lawyers. It's really a lot for one person. So we wanted to address that today, talk about some things that you can do to take the load off yourself. And we'll talk about a personal example as well.
So really, there's two different hurdles that independent nurse injectors we've seen that are being faced with. The first one is going to be hiring an office manager or somebody to help you with the office managerial tasks. So, for example, if you're doing a Botox patient and that should take 15 minutes, give or take, for a regular Botox patient, well, suddenly if you have to check them in, check them out, make them pay, book their next appointment, and do the treatment and chart, well, suddenly that 15 minutes becomes 45 minutes or an hour. Right. So the first thing you probably want to outsource is going to be somebody who's going to help you with the day-to-day stuff, with the managerial aspects of it, like an office manager or a patient care coordinator. The second hurdle that we see that takes a lot of load off your plate, and a lot of our injectors that have a business, they have an office manager, they have maybe another esthetician, they have another injector working for them. Everything kind of comes back to them, right? So the office manager has to ask you, the business owner, to make certain calls, right? And then same thing, your other employees come back to you for certain different things because it's not in their job task, it's not in their roles. And these can add up and it just makes you feel like you're overwhelmed. You don't have time to grow the business because you're just working in the business. So you've essentially created yourself an employee role for your own business. Now, here what we've seen is sometimes being able to partner up with somebody else could be able to take the growth of the business to another factor if you want to stay involved in the day-to-day of the business, or vice versa, right? You suddenly get yourself out of the day-to-day, but you hire somebody that's going to be able to take care of all of it. That's not an office manager, but really another separate position that's going to be able to make sure that the business operates efficiently. And Jen, do you want to talk a bit about examples that we've seen and how this works and when to start considering these different, these different solutions to take your business to the next level?
Yeah, for sure. So I think there's two examples here. One of them is a past client that we have or had who she was doing very well. Like her business was growing pretty rapidly within, I think, a year or two. And she was very happy with that. But then she also felt a little bit overwhelmed because she had new kids. She was a new mom. It was all just a little bit too much, even though, she had a full patient list. So what she ended up doing was merging with another business in her area. And we just actually spoke to her recently. She said she's so happy. She's way more relaxed and she's enjoying the work that she's doing because she has that business partner. And I think something that business partner adds, and again, the structure of this you can kind of manage in however makes sense. But the business partner, creates some accountability, but kind of gives you like something to lean on and someone to lean on when you're going through some struggles. Like even if it's just having a laugh about something, that actually does a lot for you as an entrepreneur, especially when you're doing it alone. So that's the one example. The other example is Eric and I. So Eric and I were both running our own marketing businesses for a while. We've kind of been like collaborating on some things for a few years. And then we were like, well, why don't we just partner up? And I think it worked out really well for us. Like our partnership actually is very perfectly like yin yang, like everything he hates, I love, everything I hate, he loves. So it works out really well. But yeah, I think there's something really awesome about having a bit of accountability. Because when I was alone, I could just I had all these ideas and things I wanted to do, but then I would just not do them because I'd be kind of busy. But now if I say, hey, Eric, here's a cool idea, in a month, Eric's like, okay, well, what happened with that idea? So I have to get stuff done. And so does Eric. And that I think has made our business move way faster, which is really fun.
And then I think, yeah, part of the examples I'm projecting it a little bit as well, having done this for about a decade, I always focus on client work first and not growing the business because I'm so busy with the client work. Whereas Jen, this is where you come in, and I think we work well together. You focus on growing the business, and I'll handle the client work. I like this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where finding a business partner, at least in our case, and some of the clients that we've worked with, helps you just bridge that next gap, right? Helps you jump to the next level one, for the accountability aspect of it, but two, it takes things that you have to do that you might want to be putting aside all the time because you don't like doing them. If you're able to outsource that or to merge with somebody who actually enjoys the stuff, that's where I find you're able to get to the next level. And that's what we've seen with some of our clients. That's what we're putting into practice with our business. And hopefully you can as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best way to look at it, is like, what don't you like? And then it's also like, I think the two ways that in most businesses, at least service-based businesses, is like, are you on the back end of growing the business, or are you facing the client? I think those are kind of the two ways you can think about it. Like, do I love seeing my patients every day? Or would I rather like think strategically about how to get better, how to market? I think you can, if you figure out which role suits you the best, then you can find that perfect partner moving forward to grow. So yeah, that's it for today.
Thank you.